Remember when a Vegas buffet meant endless prime rib for $8.99, and your whole family could feast like royalty without breaking the bank? Those days are dead and buried. The casino giants that built their empires on loyal customers like you have systematically transformed their buffets into overpriced tourist traps, designed to separate you from maximum cash for minimum value. Some buffets are so egregiously bad, so insulting to your intelligence and wallet, that they are literally stealing from you in broad daylight. In this video, I am exposing the 9 worst buffet ripoffs currently operating on the Strip, complete with the shocking math that proves exactly how they are gouging you. Which $89 buffet is serving reheated cafeteria food while laughing all the way to the bank? What happened to the Vegas buffet? Let me break it down with cold, hard facts. According to Las Vegas tourism data, buffet prices have skyrocketed a staggering 340% since 2010. That's not inflation. That's highway robbery. This catastrophic decline traces back to the corporate takeover of family-owned casinos, where shareholder profits trumped customer satisfaction. Boardroom executives with spreadsheets replaced owners who knew your name. The post-pandemic era delivered the final blow. When buffets closed in 2020, casino executives saw a golden opportunity. They reopened with drastically reduced quality while maintaining or even increasing those sky-high prices. And they are betting you will not notice or care. To understand how far we have fallen, let us look at the timeline of destruction. In 1946, El Rancho Vegas introduced the first buffet at just $1 for unlimited food, a genuine value designed to keep gamblers happy and on property. The 1990s through the mid-2000s marked the golden age of super buffets. Remember the glory days of Rio's Carnival World or the Bellagio? These were food empires built on excess and quality. Then came the 2008 financial crisis, triggering mass corporate consolidation as struggling properties were gobbled up by conglomerates. The pandemic in 2020 shuttered every buffet on the Strip. When they finally reopened from 2021 to 2025, what returned was not what we lost. It was a shadow, degraded quality, smaller portions, fewer options, and inflated prices. The perfect storm of corporate greed. Now let us dive into the 9 worst offenders currently operating on the Las Vegas Strip, ranked by their egregious value proposition and blatant disrespect for your intelligence and wallet. Number 1. Circus Buffet. The budget mistake. This relic masquerades as a value option, but do not be fooled. The decor has not been updated since the Clinton administration, and the food quality matches the tired atmosphere. During my 3 visits this year, I found lukewarm trays of mass-produced food that would not pass muster at a highway rest stop cafeteria. The budget price tag of $29.99 for dinner might seem reasonable until you realize you are paying $30 for food that costs them pennies on the dollar. Overcooked pasta, mysterious meat products, and vegetables that lost their will to live days ago. The dessert station features puddings and jellos straight from institutional food service suppliers. They are banking on nostalgia and your low expectations to serve you. Disappointment on a scratched plate. Number 2. Luxor Buffet. The Pyramid of Disappointment. The Black Pyramid that dominates the South Strip skyline houses one of Vegas's most misleading food experiences. Their website boasts over 30 unique dishes, but my documented visit counted only 22 actual options, with several stations closed during peak hours. The carving station, usually a buffet highlight, served refrigerator cold prime rib that required Olympic-level jaw strength to chew. The cramped, dark atmosphere feels claustrophobic as you navigate narrow aisles between tables packed too close together. At $42.99 for dinner, you are paying premium Strip location prices for quality that would not cut it at a suburban casino. The customer impact is clear. You are funding the iconic pyramid architecture, not the food on your plate. Number 3. Excalibur Buffet. Cheap but costly. The medieval-themed casino offers what appears to be a budget-friendly option at $37.99 for dinner. But the real cost is measured in your time and dashed expectations. On 3 separate visits, I documented wait times exceeding 90 minutes, even with a reservation. Once inside, you will discover overcooked entrees that have been sitting under heat lamps for hours, and breakfast eggs so watery they are practically soup. Here is what they are not telling you. Budget does not have to mean bad. These are deliberate choices to serve inferior food. The neighboring casinos manage to serve edible meals at similar price points. Excalibur is counting on your exhaustion and hunger after that marathon wait to lower your standards enough to accept their medieval torture of your taste buds. Number 4. Flamingo's Paradise Garden Buffet. Pretty, but pitiful. Flamingo's Paradise offers a scenic view overlooking the hotel's famous flamingo habitat, and that photo-ready setting creates a stunning backdrop for a thoroughly disappointing meal. The $49.99 dinner price buys you a view of exotic birds and a plate of frozen seafood that has been thawed and reheated with minimal effort. The colorful, decorative pastries look Instagram-worthy, but taste like sweetened cardboard. The scam is transparent. They are selling you the experience, not the food. You are paying for an edible backdrop for your social media posts. During peak hours, staff struggle to replenish empty stations, leaving guests waiting for food that is not worth the delay. The once famous prime rib station now serves thin gray slices that would make a real chef weep. Number 5. MGM Grand Buffet. Big name, small flavor. The MGM's massive operation has suffered perhaps the steepest decline from its former glory. Once considered among the elite Vegas buffets, it now trades on past reputation while serving a repetitive menu of uninspired dishes. The $59.99 weekend dinner price delivers chewy, lukewarm prime rib and seafood that tastes like it took a detour through a time machine. The historical betrayal stings even more for Vegas veterans who remember when MGM set the standard. Now you are paying premium prices to fund their massive overhead. The giant lion statue outside costs more to maintain than the effort they put into their crab legs. 3 recent visits confirmed a pattern of declining portion sizes and quality, with seafood options noticeably shrinking while prices climb. Number 6. Planet Hollywood Buffet lost its spark. Prior to the pandemic, this was widely considered one of the Strip's best values. After reopening, it has felt like an identity crisis on a plate. At $54.99 for dinner, you will find permanently closed stations that once housed their famous international cuisines. The remaining options suffer from inconsistent execution, one day passable, the next inedible. What changed? Ownership consolidated operations, reduced staff, and started cutting corners everywhere, from ingredient quality to preparation time. The Hollywood illusion is in full effect. All style, no substance. Their once famous dessert station now features pre-packaged items you could find at a grocery store. The staff, clearly understaffed and overworked, struggled to maintain cleanliness standards during busy periods. Number 7. Rio Carnival World Buffet, a shadow of its former self. The tragedy of Rio's buffet decline symbolizes everything wrong with modern Vegas. Once the undisputed champion of Vegas excess, the off-strip property now offers a ghost of its former glory. At $44.99 for dinner, you will find permanently closed sections where international cuisines once flourished, and inconsistent quality that varies wildly from day to day. This was the gold standard that defined Vegas excess, hundreds of dishes from around the world, prepared with care and authentic ingredients. Today, it is a cautionary tale of corporate cost-cutting. The seafood station, once overflowing with fresh options, now offers frozen shrimp and diluted crab soup. The dessert selection, formerly a wonderland of house-made indulgences, now features mass-produced sweets that would not impress at a budget wedding. Number 8. Palms AYCE Buffet. Hype without heart. After the Palms underwent a highly publicized renovation, the buffet became a social media darling, with Instagram-worthy food presentations designed for maximum photogenic appeal. But at $49.99 for dinner, the substance fails to match the style. The modern scam is obvious. Create photographable food that disappoints your taste buds. The off-strip location requires a deliberate trip, making the mediocre execution even more unforgivable. The seafood display looks impressive until you taste the rubbery shrimp and fishy crab legs. The carving station serves paper-thin slices of dried-out meats. The Asian station, once a highlight, now offers pale imitations of authentic dishes. The social media deception is calculated. It always looks better than it tastes. Number 9. The buffet at Bellagio. Paid for the name. The ultimate betrayal comes from the property that once defined luxury dining in Las Vegas. At a staggering $89.99 for weekend dinner, the Bellagio buffet represents everything wrong with modern Vegas value propositions. You are paying for the brand name, not the quality on your plate. The hit-or-miss seafood oscillates between acceptable and appalling, depending on when stations are refreshed. This ultimate betrayal stings the most because even luxury properties are now aggressively cutting corners. Behind that elegant facade, Bellagio's dirty secret is that your $90 is funding their famous fountain shows and overhead, not your dining experience. Recent visits confirmed reduced portion sizes for premium items like crab legs and lobster, with staff instructed to limit quantities served to each guest, which is a far cry from the unlimited luxury they still advertise. What's fueling this industry-wide descent into mediocrity? It's a perfect storm of corporate profit optimization and tourist trap mentality. Wall Street demands quarterly growth above all else, forcing casino executives to squeeze every department for additional margin. Buffets, once viewed as valuable loss leaders that kept gamblers on property, have been reimagined as profit centers in their own right. Labor cost reduction strategies have resulted in fewer staff preparing food with less training, smaller portions of premium items, and longer spans between station refreshes. Quality ingredients have been swapped for cheaper alternatives, with frozen replacing fresh and pre-made replacing scratch cooking. The tourist trap mentality can be summarized in one cynical business model. They will only come once anyway. Strip properties are counting on one-time visitors who will not become repeat customers, regardless of experience quality. They rely on brand recognition over actual value, knowing most tourists make dining decisions based on convenience and name recognition. The captive audience pricing model exploits the fact that once you are on the Strip, transportation limitations and time constraints reduce your willingness to venture elsewhere. But do not just take my word for it. The public outcry is deafening if you know where to look. TripAdvisor reviews for these 9 properties show consistent patterns of disappointment, with terms like not worth it, highway robbery, and never again appearing with alarming frequency. Reddit forums dedicated to Vegas tourism document the declining quality, with year-over-year comparisons showing smaller portions, fewer premium items, and rising prices. Social media complaints about overpriced, underwhelming experiences have reached such volume that several properties have limited comment capabilities on their official channels. Perhaps most telling, local Vegas residents now actively avoid strip buffets entirely, preferring to drive to off-strip alternatives that still respect their customers. Industry insiders confirm what we are experiencing. A former MGM executive who requested anonymity told me that the post-pandemic strategy was clear: reopen with 30% less staff, 20% less food variety, and 15% higher prices. Most tourists will not notice or complain. Kitchen staff from 3 major properties confirmed systematic cost-cutting measures, including substituting frozen for fresh seafood and reducing preparation time to maximize volume. Gaming industry analysts have acknowledged the buffet problem in investor calls, with one noting that the recalibration of buffet value propositions represents a significant margin opportunity for operators, though it carries reputation risk over the longer term. This buffet degradation represents a bigger problem. It is the death of Vegas hospitality. Buffets symbolized Vegas generosity and excess, the idea that the house would feed you well regardless of how much you lost at the tables. Corporate consolidation has destroyed this local character, with most major strip properties now owned by just a handful of corporations answering to distant shareholders. The middle-class families who built Vegas through decades of loyal visitation are being systematically priced out of the experiences that once defined a Vegas vacation. This is not just about buffets. It is a systemic industry issue affecting every aspect of the Vegas experience. Resort fees, parking charges, and beverage costs have all followed the same pattern of diminishing value. The risk is clear. Vegas is losing its competitive advantage to regional gaming destinations that still prioritize customer value. Why fly to Vegas for an $89 disappointing buffet when your local casino offers better food at half the price? But there is hope. Some properties still deliver honest value, and supporting them is the best way to send a message to the industry. Off-strip champions like South Point's Garden Buffet maintain consistent quality and fair pricing, with dinner at $34.99 that beats strip offerings costing twice as much. Station casino properties cater to locals with community pricing and quality that reflects the need for repeat business. Even on the Strip, honest options exist. The Wynn Buffet is undeniably expensive, at $69.99 for dinner, but it actually delivers on its quality promise with premium ingredients and proper preparation. The Cosmopolitan's Wicked Spoon offers an innovative concept with individual portions that reduce waste while maintaining fair value for the experience. The real solution lies with you. Vote with your wallet, reward quality, and avoid ripoffs. Support properties that still respect customers and demonstrate with your spending habits that value matters. Demand transparency in pricing and quality by speaking up through reviews and direct feedback. Learn to spot a ripoff before you waste your money. Do a quick price versus portion reality check by observing what other diners have on their plates. Look for fresh versus reheated food indicators like vibrant colors and proper texture. Pay attention to staff attitude and restaurant maintenance. They are reliable indicators of management's overall commitment to quality. These casino executives betrayed every loyal customer who built this town with their gambling money and weekend trips. They replaced Vegas hospitality with corporate greed, counting on your nostalgia to overlook their calculated ripoffs. But we are fighting back by exposing the truth they do not want you to know. What's your Vegas buffet horror story? Drop a comment and tell us which properties lost your business forever. Hit that like button if you are done being taken advantage of, and subscribe because someone needs to keep these corporations honest. Together, we are taking back our Vegas.